Exercise 4. Underline the adjective clauses in these sentences and write the relative pronoun or adverb which introduces each such clause. Underline the adjective clauses in these sentences and write the relative pronoun or adverb which introduces each such clause. I shall do a couple of examples. Which is the house where your uncle lives? Here the relative pronoun, relative adverb is where. Which is the house where your uncle lives? You may be confused which is used, but it is not as a relative pronoun, it is a interrogative pronoun. I am grateful to my teacher whose guidance helped me a lot. Here the relative pronoun is whose. I don't know the man she wants to marry. Here I don't know the man. Here the relative pronoun who is not used, but it is understood. Whom she wants to marry. This sentence, the meaning of the sentence is I don't know the man whom she wants to marry. The remaining exercises you have to do. And also exercise 5. Underline subordinate clause in each sentence and write whether it is a noun clause or an adjective clause. Underline the subordinative clause in each sentence and write whether it is a noun clause or an adjective clause. I will do a couple of examples. I know a man who can read a book backwards. The who can read a book backwards is the clause. That is an adjective clause. He says that he is a vegetarian. He says that he is a vegetarian. Here it is the object of the, it is a noun clause, object of the verb says. Please tell me how to bake a cake. Please tell me how to bake a cake. How to bake a cake is the subordinate clause. It is a noun clause. So the remaining exercises you do it. If you have doubt, you can ask me, contact me. Now next division is adverb clauses. Look at these sentences. My family arrived promptly. My family arrived before it started raining. In the first sentence, the verb arrived is modified by an adverb promptly. The second sentence, the clause before it started raining does the work of an adverb, and it is an adverb clause. So here, try to understand. Adverb is a word that modifies a verb. The first sentence promptly is an adverb, it is only one word. The second sentence, the verb arrived is modified by a clause before it started raining. So that is adverb clause. So adverb clause does the function of an adverb. An adverb clause is a group of words which has a subject and a predicate of its own and does the work of an adverb. An adverb clause is a group of words which has a subject and a predicate of its own and does the work of an adverb. We have already learned about adverb later in detail. So for more examples and exercises, see chapter 13. So when we go to chapter 13, you can get more about adverb clauses. I would like to teach you more about adverb clauses. There are different types of adverb clauses. The conjunction that we usually using for adverb clauses are because, when, whenever, where, wherever, since, after, before, so that, etc. Now let us go to each clauses. Adverbial clauses of time. After the crop is harvested, it is sold in the market. Don't disturb her when she is sleeping, when she is singing. The italicized subordinate clause tell us when. These are adverbial clauses of time. So, if a clause says when does the action take place, that clause is called adverb clause of time. The following are the conjunctions we use for adverb clause of time. They are when, before, after, until, since, till, as soon as long as, etc. So that is about adverbial clause of time. Second, adverbial clauses of place. I will follow you wherever you go. I will follow you wherever you go. She has hidden the box where it cannot be found. She has hidden the box where it cannot be found. The subordinate clauses that have been italicized are adverbial clause of place. The subordinate clauses that have been italicized are adverbial clauses of place. They tell us where. So the answer to the question where. Adverbial clauses of place are introduced with the conjunctions where, wherever, etc. Adverbial clauses of place are introduced with the conjunctions such as where and wherever. Next, adverbial clause of purpose or result. Adverbial clauses of purpose or result. Reena learned computers so that she could get a better job. Here, so that he should get a better job shows the purpose of learning computers. Ashwin called Sophie so that he could get directions. A new club was formed in order to discuss politics. He is so kind-hearted that everybody loves him. The subordinate clauses that have been italicized are adverbial clauses of purpose or result. The subordinate clauses that have been italicized are adverbial clauses of purpose or result. They answer the question why, to what end. They answer the question why, to what end. These are introduced by the conjunctions that, so that, lest, in order that, etc. So these are the conjunctions we usually use for adverb clause of purpose or result. Now, adverb clause of reason. I will help you because you are my true friend. I will help you because you are my true friend. Rahul did not call Tina because he felt guilty. The subordinate clauses that have been italicized are adverbial clauses of cause or reason. They answer the question why. They are introduced by the conjunctions because, as, since, that, etc. Now, adverb clause of condition. If you save money, you can buy a bigger house. If you save money, you can buy a bigger house. Unless you study harder, you will fail. I will free you on condition that you pay a fine. The italicized subordinate clauses are adverbial clauses of condition. They tell us under what condition an action takes place. These are introduced by the conjunctions if, unless, on condition that, provided that, in case, whether, etc. These are introduced by the conjunctions if, unless, unless, on condition that, provided that, provided, in case, incac, whether, whether, etc. Now, adverb clause of concession. Though he is not rich, he gives to charity. Though he is not rich, he gives to charity. Although she tried very hard, she had to give up. Although she tried to very hard, she had to give up. The italicized subordinate clauses are adverbial clauses of concession. concession, concession. They often bring out a contrast, that is, contrast in opposite meaning. In order to show an opposite meaning, we use adverb clause of concession. The conjunctions we are using are the following: though, although, even though, whereas, while, etc. The conjunctions that we use for adverb clause of reason is are, though, although, even though, whereas, while, etc. Now last one, adverb clause of comparison. Tina is much younger than she looks. We are comparing. He does not work as hard as you think. So comparison is used. Adverb clause of comparison are introduced by the conjunctions than and as as. The adverb clause of comparison are introduced by the conjunctions that, than, and as as. So the following sentences underline the adverbial clauses and write what kind they are. The following sentences underline the adverbial clauses and write what kind they are. First, I will drink a glass of hot milk when I reach home. I will drink a glass of hot milk when I reach home. When I reach home is the adverb clause, and this adverb clause of time. He did not find his wallet, W-A-L-E-T, where he had left it. Where he had left it is the adverb clause, that is adverb clause of place. The remaining examples you have to do it. So please note the adverb clause for detail. You have to go to the pages of 86, 87, 88 and 89 of this book. So please listen once more. To learn more about adverb clause, please go through the pages 86, 87, 88 and 89 of the grammar textbook. Thank you.